Up next. And everybody, shh. Time of reverence. You understand? Time of reverence. Coming up to the stage next is the curator of tonight's event. Now we can start clapping. She's a poet, she's a teacher, amazing woman, all around dope human being. Y'all give it up for how I say it. Pid'Or, y'all. Give it up for Pid'Or. How y'all doing?
Yeah, so hi. Bonjour. Bonsoir. Bonsoir. Yeah. Mbote. Wapio. Jumbo. All the languages. Wagwan. Any more? I feel like this piece cannot be done alone. So what I'm going to ask for is some support in a different way to how Sienna did it. So what I'm going to ask for is, I'm going to call one name, and that will be of a Congolese woman who's in the room. And I'll ask them to come and join me. And you can sit or stand on the stage with me, however you want to. And as you come up, I'd like you to call another Congolese woman. And as the next person comes up, I'd like them to call another Congolese woman. So, I think you guys know that this event is curated around a big milestone for me. So the first Congolese woman that I'm going to call just makes sense for me to call my mama. Anastasie Tampa, the queen. She's your queen to be, a queen to be forever. Yeah, mama. Do we need to get you a chair? You want to sit on a chair? No. You sure? Okay, mom, who are you calling up? Mama Charlotte. Mama Charlotte. Welcome. Let's get Mama Charlotte. Yes. Can we keep the round of applause going? Mama Charlotte, who would you like to call? Name? Nakombo Congolese? You can call Sienna. Tatiana! Welcome, Tatiana. And Tatiana, who would you like to call?
Well, I'm at a disadvantage because I don't know any other Congolese women. So, okay, Sienna, yes.
Welcome up, Sienna. Have your name ready, Sienna? Yeah, lady.
On the stage?
Sure.
Joël.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Rushlin. Hello.
You can stand, sit, crouch, whatever you want.
You are.
Nadej. Any more Congolese women in the audience? I see, yes. So, come on up, ladies, welcome. Welcome. And we're gonna check your name when you arrive.
My name is Abundance.
Abundance. Yes, it is. Okay, so I'm gonna ask my sisters, my mothers, my aunties to share the space with me. Because this is about Congolese women and girls. And I think sometimes it can feel quite abstract when we're raising money for people in a space that we don't exist in. Sometimes it can feel quite abstract. So in this moment, we stand as those women. And we stand as those girls. I'm not going to do too much crowd participation, unlike my sister. But I will ask that whenever I say, I think a lot of you will know our tradition as African people in terms of call and response, right? So I say something and then there's a response. So in this version, I just say right as a question and you say right as a response, right? 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 Okay, right. There was no inflection to make that a question. That was just. Okay, so this one is, I'm not going to introduce it actually, I'm just going to read it to you. Our body's your battlefield. Such skin was never worthy of bullets and blades, but you failed to see my shimmer and wonder. You simply saw failure in your reflection, in my glow, and that had to be struck out, right? If I could be just a little less human, I could be a symbol. I could be a trophy. I could be a pawn. I could be disposable. I could be the line between victory and defeat. I could be the line between you being nothing and everything. My fear could be your crown, my tears your jewels, my loss your gain, and my pain your fuel, right? And so with promises and buyouts, you were enslaved by a system that created your biggest problems. You walked straight back into their cells that we had fought revolutions to leave. You walked straight back in. These cells were shinier maybe, bigger perhaps, with better furnishing and an abundance of cheap beer, but they were cells nonetheless. And for these commodities and these comforts and these pretenses of you possibly, maybe, perhaps, minimally being something or someone to them, you sold yourself out and penetrated me. Your flesh, the sword that tore through my soul, confidence and pride, dying in a moment of unwanted intimacy. I wanted to unknow you. You wanted to unknow you, but too late. We are here now. Violence and betrayal delivered in what should have been an act of love. My Judas brother, my Judas husband, son, uncle, cousin. When did we become so cheap? These bodies, my body, mine. And you disposed of me as quickly as you came, and he came, and he came, and he came in me until I went fully away from myself. And just as quickly, you too were lost. You knew, and I knew that nobody knew who you were any longer. And this you brandished as a victory? But I saw your eyes moisten when I screamed my whole world out of my mouth and into your ears. You heard me. You did. And this will haunt you long after I am gone, brave soldier. Brave man, soldier. I saw you see me, just like I see you. We new people in these old, used bodies meet for the first time. But we had met before as our old selves. Freer spirits with poorer pockets, perhaps, but richer in dignity. Before this moment of loss, before you were bought, before this land and my body was the battlefield it needed to be for the rest of the world to prosper. then I thought, perhaps your fall is bigger than us. Perhaps it is the fall of all humanity. Because who is worse? The man who rapes the child, or the man who plotted it and commissioned it so that he could gain her home? And then who is worse still? The man who plotted it and commissioned it and gained her home, or the people who stood by and pretended that they couldn't see it before, during, or after, when we had been screaming so loud for so long. Then they pretend that they didn't see, but they were first in line for the phone that promised a connection to the rest of the world. The phone delivered. We are all connected to the blood on the strong, brave man soldier's hands via this handset. Right? Right.
Thank you, Pid'Or. That poem was beautiful. Okay, I'm going to grab my